The guys that'll get these guys on the chart.
Packed in their bed today. Okay, here we go.
Hey, right here. I got next.
Yeah, I had today. He just won 1,000 VC. I see you, player. Oh, sorry for my points. Man, pull that shit. Thank you, thank you. I'm very appreciative. Oh, damn, I thought I picked my winners already. The hell is this? So click that. No, this is be over with it. That would have you'll be good on everything else. Then you did that. You ain't gotta worry about nothing now. Right.
And now for some in-game questions. How many different...
The 2K Sport pregame show. Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Mavericks in Dallas. And guys, for the Mavericks, they're not satisfied with the record over the last
No problem. Damn, this out the gate with 3 stairs. Well, I grab me 3 stairs. I'm gonna have to put in some stupendous work.
Go get him, Tiger.
Oh yeah, now y'all just started. Yeah.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. The Mavericks look to take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know James Harden hits that step-back three a lot, and Mike D'Antoni says most coaches would think, okay, he had a tough shot, live with it. That's some hard living, but it's one of the most lethal shots in the game. Kevin?
Yeah, with that pump fake, he can get to the free throw line too, D.A. There's just no answer. Well, Chris, right around this time of year, these teams are trying to maneuver around the injuries they're being afflicted with. That's a tricky dance sometimes for these teams.
Oh, man, it's such a tricky dance, especially for the coach. How do you get your player rest? Is the player injured or hurt? How do you separate or define that? Because you never want a guy to play injured. And the length of the season, Kevin, it takes such a big toll. But that's what's so fair at the end of the season. Everybody's tired. Everybody's injured. Everybody must adjust. That's what makes the playoffs special. That's the wild card thrown in. Fatigue and injury, and how can you handle and adjust to that?
Great answer. Here's the starting group for Houston. Over on the wings, it's Harden paired with Melo. Marquise Chris is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Lee in at the point.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Barnes. The pass to Smith. And here is Powell. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. Lock at 6. And that one no good to start him off on the night. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a three-point game. Houston moving the ball around. Back to Lee. Dishes it to Carmelo. Lee outside. Here's Chris. Capella trying to free himself up. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Matthews against Harden. Matthews, no good.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Harden against Matthews. Lee outside. It's good for long range. Lee's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Craig, it's hard to imagine that 1 year ago, AI wasn't even in the NBA. Now he's an important part of this team.
The improvement he's shown from that first pressure-packed game, it's been remarkable. He's always showed potential, but where he is now with his impact is beyond what anyone could have expected.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through?
Sitting through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw.
How you do that?
This is Smith Jr. in a nutshell. A fearless guy who takes on all comers when he's looking to score.
And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
Trains it from beyond the arc. And it's 6 points for the prodigy.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Shoots from 12, and the jumper is good.
He's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Capella kicks to Lee. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since it's gotten underway. Here's it's hauled in by Clint Capella. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. So they take the lead.
What confidence from Harden. He's a lethal three-point shooter. He knows he has the green light.
Smith outside. Inside. Powell finds Barnes. Over Anthony. That's it, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come. Now, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
To the paint. Lee with the block. Harden surveying the D. No good from Lee. The Mavericks trailing. Barnes outside. Pass to Smith. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of his shooting.
Harden, that's good.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you.
Mavericks shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Smith with it. Now Anthony defending. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Barnes against Anthony. Barnes foul. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Clock at 4. Here's Smith. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 7 points for Dennis Smith.
And whether he's stepping back or spotting up, Smith Jr. is a threat to score, especially from the mid-range. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
I can't wait to do it once I get my second-year contract.
Harden against Matthews. Here's Smith. And a basket for Dallas.
And I like...
I'm ready for them 5-minute quarters.
It often results in...
Man showing some terrific range. 15 points for the Prodigy.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Smith with the basket on the assist by Jordan.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
With a look at the Rockets organization, Chris, one of the best run teams people think in this league.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, over a decade of winning basketball, they find ways to win, and then they won't be satisfied till they win it all.
Matthews scanning the floor. From deep three-point range. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Oh, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
And the Mavericks call time here. AC Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Whoa, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back-to-the-basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Towns, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school.
Yes.
He's just a guard in the big man's body.
A different look for Dallas. Measury, he's checked in for Jordan. Nowitzki comes in for Dwight Powell. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Wesley Matthews. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chris. Gordon comes in, Carmelo Anthony. And it's Paul in for Lee. Barnes outside. Shoots over Tucker. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Gordon, the pass to Harden. got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Harris outside. Six on the shot clock.
And guys, still early, but I'd like to see them crash the offensive glass.
To the inside, Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And now a 9-point Houston lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Barnes, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
First free throw is good. And Greg with Barnes. The Mavericks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Wes Matthews, that veteran wing from Marquette, has always been a strong 3-and-D player since coming into the league back in '09. Year in and year out, it is a great source of long-range shooting.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Anthony, Lee out there with Green, then it's Ennis, and it's Chris in at the pivot, manning the middle. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. That one's in there. Rocket lead.
That nigga made that. That's crazy.
It is set to just 1 point on the basket from Harris. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And with Matthews, his consistency from outside over his career, Greg, is remarkable.
You know, some guys have good years and then down years, but Matthews just seems to always be on. I mean, you can write him in for about 150 or more threes every season. To have his kind of shooting percentages on his volume for a career is really rare in the NBA.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the prodigy in the last time out against the 76ers was a revelation. He had 52 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special. But the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
Kleba kicks to Harris. Oh, nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. The drive by Lee. Houston moving it around. Pass to Chris on the wing. Lee can't get that one to fall.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Here's Harris outside for Jordan. Pass to Matthews. And there's the pass to Kleba. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Houston in the lead. From deep. And Lee with the basket on the assist by Green. 20 points for the prodigy. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Mavericks. He dishes it to Jordan. Chris with rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and a wide open look for Lee. And another 3 for Houston.
Another one. Man, he's just got a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Outside, Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the Mavericks call time here. And 6'10" forward Marquise Chris, the 8th overall pick in 2016 out of the University of Washington.
And, you know, Kevin, it was almost like he took a step back in year 2. The guy's an athletic pogo stick, but you're going to need more than just size and leaping ability if you want to succeed in this league.
James Harden, he's checked in for Gerald Green. Harris kicks to Powell. Back to Harris. Passes it to Kleba. Now Powell. Shot clock at 5. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him, and he's on his way to the bucket.
Lee outside, and again, it's the Rockets from deep.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Harris against Lee. Ball's knocked loose. Matthews goes in. Here's Kleba. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Harden kicks.
Why that shit couldn't be called White Collar Friday or something? What the fuck? I'm protesting. Anthony in the corner from deep three-point range. No good from Lee.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something close.
Good on the bucket. And it's 8 points for Wesley Matthews.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Mavericks trail by 7. In the corner, it's Harris. Pass to Kleba. Harris with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And it's Houston on the break. Harden's got the ball, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
Inside, taken away by Anthony. To the middle. Here's Chris, and Jordan sends it back. Lets it go. And the Houston lead has been cut to just 7. Houston with it. Lee finds Harden. Lee with the ball. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Lee. Fires the 3. It good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. Harris against Lee. Pass to Matthews. Just 3 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And Lee pulls it down.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
And again, it's Rockets from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
On the wing, Harris, covered by Lee. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Matthews.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going at one another.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Well, they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell. Harrison Barnes comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Smith subbed in for Harris. Here's Gordon. Here's Capella. Kicks it to Gordon. Matthews against Harden. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Knocked loose. Barnes outside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Barnes has got 11.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Harden outside. Capella high post. Over Jordan. And it's Capella missing. Mavericks trail by 10. Nobody near Barnes. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. He's got 14. 23 seconds left in the first half. Paul against Smith. Now here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the inside, and the dunk by Capella.
And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the rest.
Smith for 3. And so it's the Houston Rockets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench in the first half. How important is that contribution to the team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game. It makes it
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Dwight Powell, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Sinks the triple.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-and-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. Rockets leading by 9. Lee outside. Barnes grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smith scanning the floor. Powell, the pass to Matthews. Back to Powell. The shot. And too long on the shot.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all. That's size winning out. I mean, he needs every single inch to haul in that one.
And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
The Mavericks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Both free throws good from Matthews. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' games. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants to.
Kicks to Powell. He feeds it to Matthews. And another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. No good on the free throw. Measury, he's checked in for Powell. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Brandon Knight, he's checked in for James Harden. Rockets leading by 6. Knight finds Capella. Lee outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Lee against Smith. Now the dish to Matthews. Triple. Matthews has got 9 points.
That's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
No good from Lee.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
Matthews against Knight. Now here's Matthews. Defense right on him. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times. Timeout called the Rockets.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
And the Rockets making a change here. Green's checked in. Houston in the lead. Here's Lee outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Chris. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Chris has got his second bucket.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Smith the pass to Matthews. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Knight on the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now the pass to Smith. Lee with the steal. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And he makes that one.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them. And just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Jordan. And Harris subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Smith. 13 points in the game. Now Barnes. Harris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. That one good for 2.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Houston leading by 4. Here's Lee outside. Measuring with the rebound.
Teams can turn around in a hurry. I mean, can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing's dropping.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot to give him.
Smith against Lee. Barnes outside over Chris, but he stays with it. Barnes with it, working on Chris. Offensive rebound from deep. Goes up again, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13.
Lee outside. On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Powell, and that's good. Eric Gordon for 3. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
So on the floor for Houston. At the 4, it's Melo with Capella playing in the middle. Harden out there with Lee, and it's Gordon in at the 3. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Here's Smith, and on target, good. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
Shoot first point guard. Whenever Smith Jr. gets a good look, he takes it.
And some nice passing there by Houston. No good from Lee.
I mean, with all these 3-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around their neck. I mean, somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Dallas making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Houston leading by 7. Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Lets it go from 14. It's good on the putback. Smith's got 19 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
And after a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd 3-pointer since halftime.
Passes it to Kleber. To the left wing. Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the line. Hits the front of the rim and out. Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Gordon deciding where to go with it. In the corner, Harden. Back to Gordon. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Strange game for him. Barely made any noise in the first half, and here in the second, he's been everywhere.
Smith drawn the double team. Jordan dish. The match rebound. And up by Jordan.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Always top.
Lee outside, and again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, their goal was to limit their turnovers. I mean, they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dallas. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Houston. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him. Offensive rebound. And it's Capella missing.
He's been off target for the most part, but it hasn't held them back as a unit.
Stolen by Harden. And the dunk by Capella. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Smith kicks to Barnes. Dallas again missing.
Oh, he finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc and still can't cash in on it.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really, the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
Both shots good from the stripe. Rockets leading by 14. At the top of the key, Capella. He kicks it to Lee. Pass to Chris. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And I mean, what can you do? Capella's agility in the pick and roll, it's impressive.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. The drive by Smith. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Capella. That's a 2 from Lee, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Lee's got 43 points.
Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
Smith finds Nowitzki to the inside, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best, an extremely lethal dunker.
There's Lee with the 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Mavericks trail by 16. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Capella. Anthony left side. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jordan the pass to Barnes. Smith trying to break loose. And here's Harden. Lee kicks to Anthony. Takes a 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harden against Matthews. Smith outside. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 8 rebounds in this game. Chris with it. Lee outside. Up top, Capella. Back to Lee. There's the triple. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Mavericks trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nowitzki, no good.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Lee gets the bucket.
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 18. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Prodigy.
And, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA has gone switchability crazy. You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Now here's Matthews, guarded by Tucker. Green dishes to Knight. Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Played a good game tonight. Thanks for setting me up.
AI, guess what?
Yo, what's up, Charlie?
Interview.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Shaq and Kenny, you're on.
All right.
the 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our postgame guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hi, this is Shaq. Your performance tonight? Oh, heavenly. One of the best I've seen in a long time. What allowed you to dominate with your scoring the way you did?
Oh, man, I just try to stay active and engaged. Flash to open shots, be aggressive out there on the floor. My teammates did a great job, setting.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson.
Thanks, man. See you.
Last game went well, sir?
I like to think so.
Oh, very good, sir.
Now time for 2K TV Interactive. What's my favorite food?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Rockets in Houston. The Rockets have to feel pretty good about their recent play. Their win streak now stands at 7 straight with no sign.
AI, good luck out there.
Live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. The Houston Rockets coming to this one after a win against the Mavericks in Dallas. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
I love that, Greg. You got to do that away from home. It shows how connected they are with one another playing that way, and excellent chemistry.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. We know about the rookie wall, but Clark, for some, things really don't click until later in the season.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. And again, a lot of factors go into that. How much are you playing? What kind of work are you doing? What's your role on the team? What's your opportunity within your team? All of those things can impact how you fare season. Sometimes it's a matter of matchups for individual players, but all part of the fabric of the unpredictable nature of being a pro player.
So the Hornets win the tip. And look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Bridges. Robin Lopez out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. And Kemba Walker brings you so much production, but maybe even more important, Clark, are the intangibles he brings.
Yeah, I love the fact that this guy has tremendous heart, great confidence, competitive spirit. He's got a lot in his bag. All of that stuff is there, and his teammates feed off of his energy and resilience.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about NBA's best ball handler.
And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Outside, Walker. Over Lee. Kept alive by Charlotte. The shot's good from Lopez.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And listed at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Here's Lee. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Anthony kicks to Capella. And the pass to Lee. A three-pointer is right on target. Lee's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. Shot's good by Walker.
And, you know, though Walker is 6'1", he may not be that tall, folks. He is a creative scorer in a hard matchup. Great at making the defense pay inside.
Harden finds Anthony. And now here's Chris. Pass to Capella. Anthony in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. Back. Out to Lee. Anthony right side. Lee left side. Here's the 3. On the three-point shot. Lee's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Walker the pass to Lamb. To the left side wing. To the inside. Here's Bridges. No good on that one. So Houston will take it the other way. Harden has a wide open look. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Lamb. James Harden picking up that last basket. And here is Lamb. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Harden after the missed 3 from Lee. Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Out to Lee. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And it's 9 points for the Prodigy.
Out of their last 5 makes, top all 5 from long range.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Here's Lamb. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. They get a hand on it. Here's Kaminsky. And the off target. Houston leading by 7. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, Walker. To stop the run, and it's good on the way in. Walker's got 8 points.
You know, that's why Walker's the guy that really stirs the drink for them. Such a really good understanding of the pick and roll.
Chris kicks to Capella, passes it to Harden. Lee outside. From deep. Rockets working now with a fresh shot clock. It's good.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Now here's Lamb, guarded by Harden. Here's Walker, and he overshot that one, missing.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
And Chris throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris, and Eric Gordon subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biyombo is checked in for Lopez. Hernan Gomez comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Bridges. And Monks subbed in for Lamb. Monks' shot's good. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
And here's Walker. After the three-pointer, Lee. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. You look at Lee, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Yeah, he's an old head, mature beyond his year. He has a dominant offensive mindset. No matter what the defense throws at him, he lights up the scoreboard. Really a special talent.
And the Rockets making a change here. Paul's checked in. Kemba Walker hits them both. In an effort to protect the players, games are called a little tighter sometimes. And that said, Clark, which guys still bring the physicality, draw the eyes and the attention of the officials?
Well, some of these guys bring attention to themselves by virtue of their reputations. But in terms of physical presence, Steven Adams, to me, is just a behemoth of a guy.
He's grit. He's just all grit, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he just oozes that with his size and the way about his work.
He does. Now, here's Monk. D right on. And Paul puts it down.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And the basket by Gordon.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love it.
Hornets trail by 12. Walker looking for an opening. Down low, Hernan Gomez. Moves back up, and Capella sends it back. Paul outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Monk, no one around him, and wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Monk's got his second basket of the night.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And that one, good. Paul's got 5 points so far.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Now, here's Biyombo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Gordon. Shoots it. Offensive rebound. From deep three-point range. And Lee with the basket on the assist from Capella. Capella's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Lee! Walker finds Biyombo. Parsons with it. Capella covering. And it comes off the front of the rim. Rockets leading by 17. Here's Paul. Softly drops in the floater. 7 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Walker the pass to Monk. They need this. And then Monk with the dunk.
Enjoying watching Monk handle the rock now. He has the ability to glide through the defense and does a nice job creating for himself.
And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
The Rockets making a switch here. Green's checked in, and a switch here also for Charlotte. Selden's checked in. Here's Walker. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Tucker. Outside Gordon. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Here's Walker. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Rockets ahead, running away with this one. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my...
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gerald Green. Then it's Chris Paul. Down low, here's Kaminsky. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got his fourth rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems after a little bit more.
And Lamb kicks to Biyombo. Outside, Walker. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Walker's got 16 points.
Stuff in that stat sheet. Kemba Walker can't grade out much better than what he's done tonight.
And Biyombo came into the league, Clark, as a project, but he can certainly protect the rim when he's on the floor.
Yeah, that's one of his greatest strengths, Kevin. I mean, on a per-minute basis, one of the very best in the league at blocking shots. Excellent timing and does a nice job with his length, forcing shooters into tough shots. The offense is a work in progress, but he'll always find time on the floor because of his defensive prowess.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Lee against Walker. Here's Lamb. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Lamb's got his third basket of the night right there. Gordon dishes to Lee. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hornets trail by 13. Bridges with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Milwaukee. Walker against Lee. 5 on the clock. Biyombo finds Walker. Puts up a three. Another shot. And Kutsky lays it up and in. 7 points in the game.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
To the paint, here's Biyombo. Not there that time. Good work defensively by Capella.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Out to the wing, Walker. Slide through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
There's Lee with the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Walker with it. He's picked up by Lee. For three. Rockets with the rebound. Anthony's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gordon, the pass to Lee. Back to Gordon. The feed to Capella. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for the Rockets.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively. And, boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Good body control down by Frank Kaminsky. Seems to me that he's got really good balance and rhythm when he's catching and shooting.
Houston moving the ball around. On the wing, Lee, guarded by Walker. Gordon kicks to Lee. The Rockets again can't hit.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Frank Kaminsky, for a guy who entered the league with great fanfare, Clark, he certainly had his ups and downs.
Yeah, it's been up and down, a little bumpy, but he was the National College Player of the Year, drafted in the top 10. He's got tremendous skill, good work ethic, and determination. Just has had a bit of a harder time matching up athletically.
And the first one at the line is good.
Frank Kaminsky, a finesse 7-footer out of Wisconsin, a high skill level, but athletically at a disadvantage most nights.
And the Hornets making a change here. Monk's checked in.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Up top, Walker. 35 points for him last game against Milwaukee. And the basket is good. And Kaminsky taken with the 9th pick of the 2015 draft. The Hornets were offered a king's ransom from Boston for the pick.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics were after Justice Winslow. Offered 6 draft picks, including 4 first-rounders to move up. The Hornets weren't having it. And in hindsight, the Celtics are probably glad.
From the stripe, Walker shuts off.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. He kicks to Biyombo. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Boy, that's a devastating miss there. You got to convert on these easy layups deep inside.
But they get it back. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Kaminsky, the pass to Biyombo. That one goes. Count it.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Deep 2 from Anthony. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston looking at a 13-point. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. The Prodigy having a great impact in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Hornets, Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Kaminsky in at the 4 spot. The 3 from Harden. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got the first basket of the second half here for the Rockets.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the 3-point shot. He's always got his legs under it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the prodigy in the last time out against the Mavericks was all business. He finished with 45 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. That's dishes to Lamb. And it's in there. And it's 13 points for Frank Kaminsky.
I like the way Kaminsky takes advantage of using the angles now. He plays smart inside.
And the pass to Lee. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden. That's good. And the Rockets lead by 21.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's Walker penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 22.
Got to give Walker all the credit. I mean, clever went inside, refusing to let the defense have the upper hand.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Lamb with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And Walker gets it to go on the assist from Jeremy Lamb. Lamb's got 5 assists tonight. Rockets 20. Lee outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
All these open threes they're giving up.
Ask out, sim to in, win VC. Let me see how that works. She want to actually set on the bench for the game. You will still earn VC. Yeah, sure. Give it a try.
Have really been the driving force on this run.
So we see Houston W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send.
AI, do you have a second to answer some questions for Griff?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, AI. You really blew him out of the water tonight. What does it mean to not only get a win, but one in such a convincing fashion?
Hey, thanks, Griff. I mean, it was definitely a team effort. You know, sometimes.
games to win before I get my 25. 2,500. Well, 3 more games to play. You don't even have to win them.
Good to see you again, sir.
Good to be seen, Spinelli.